Hey Bobcat Nation, have you ever wondered what it's like to be a teacher in another country? I'm headed to Guatemala for spring break to see what it's like to be a teacher and a student in Guatemala. Stay right there, this is Quinnipiac Day in Life. Hi, my name is Kerry. I'm a first-year student. I'm an English major with a Spanish minor, and I'm also a part of the 5-year MAT program. I'm from Long Island, New York. I'm heading to Guatemala now to learn about global solidarity and education in another country. So we just arrived at the Pavarotti Center and we got to meet everyone who works here, lots of faculty and professors, and it was very welcoming and very nice to see everyone right away. They made it feel like home already, and we've only been here for a short time. I'm here with my professor, Erin Sabato.
The students that are here with me in Guatemala for the next 9 days are all enrolled in ED 250. And so for the entire semester, we've been learning about the Guatemalan education system. We're super excited that all of these students have decided to come here and learn alongside an incredible community of educators and learners.
Tomorrow we're going to be hiking, cliff jumping, going to see Artisan Cooperatives, so it should be a really great day. Good morning, everyone. We're getting ready to head out for our hike.
We're going to be hiking to a few different locations that have a real great significance within this community. We're also going to be swimming in the lake, which is just a really fun thing to do. We also have the opportunity this afternoon to go visit women's cooperatives, where we're going to start to learn about economic aspects of the culture and the community.
So we just got back from the Artisan Cooperatives. Natty, what'd you think?
I thought it was really interesting to see the process of making the cocoa. And then when we saw the textile making, I thought it was really amazing how the motives behind all of that is to better their families and better their situations in life.
We're going to be heading over to the coffee cooperative. There we'll be learning about the coffee process, harvesting, and what coffee means to the Guatemalan people. We just got done with the coffee cooperative and seeing where all the coffee beans are planted and how it's made. You really don't realize how much work goes into just the one cup of coffee you drink every morning. Good morning. We're going to be having our Quechiquel classes as well as partaking in a Mayan ceremony, so it should be a very eventful day. So we just got back from the classroom. Rachel, what'd you think?
I thought it was really interesting. Actually, there are a lot of similarities between how we learn in our classrooms and how they learn, even though it's a much different environment. They were very engaged in what they were talking about. They had a lot of fun learning about it.
After this, we're going to be heading over to our Quechiquel lessons. So we just got back from our Quechiquel class. We got to learn some phrases in Quechiquel. It was really cool to learn something from the Mayan culture that we've been learning a little bit about each day. Now we're on our way down to the Mayan ceremony that we have planned for today.
Estamos todavía el complemento de nuestra vida. Estamos el rojo, vamos a empezar por el rojo, por el lugar donde nace el sol. Y el sol vamos a rendirle homenaje porque es nuestro abuelo y nuestro padre dentro de la comunidad.
Just got finished with our Mayan ceremony. It was a really enlightening experience, so it was really nice to go through the whole process and learn a lot about Mayan spirituality. We're going to be heading over to the Peace Monument. So we just got back from Adisa, which is where we got to hear from the survivor of the genocide. He was telling us about the work he does for other people with disabilities in Guatemala, and how did his work with those people influence what you want to do as a teacher.
His message that I took away from it was that regardless of any disabilities, everyone's still capable of working, doing things. So I want to be a special education teacher because I want to teach my students that regardless, they're still capable.
Good morning. So we're going to be in the classrooms at the Pavarotti Center getting some cultural identity lessons, which is going to be weaving and cooking. Weaving was a lot more difficult than I thought it would be. They made it look really easy, and then we had to try, and it was not so easy. So it was fun to experience that and see the students teaching us. So we just woke up to get ready for fishing. We'll be heading down to the lake in a few minutes, and then we're all going to be in small boats, one student per boat with fishermen out on the lake. You caught a fish! So we just got back from fishing on Lake Atitlan. It was a lot of fun. It was definitely worth getting up for. And it was really nice to see the different industries. So we got to see how people make a living in Guatemala. It allows them to send their children to school. It really demonstrates how hard people work to make their money. Our next thing, which is the board of educators and other people in the education system who are going to come and speak to us, so that should be really interesting to see their point of view on the education system in Guatemala.
Como han habido muchos años de atrás, entonces hay una brecha muy grande que aunque ahora el Ministerio de Educación tiene uno de los presupuestos más altos, no es suficiente para poder nivelarnos, digamos así, con una educación de calidad y para todos.
So we just got finished with our educational reflection, which featured the panel of educators from Guatemala. We got to hear from a bunch of different points of view about different things regarding history and how that affects education, as well as discrimination in education. It was really interesting to hear all of that and how that plays into the idea of education. This morning we're going to be having breakfast, and then we're going to be getting ready for the cultural exchange, which is where the students are going to dress us up in the traditional traje, which is the Mayan woven clothing that they wear. We just got done with our cultural exchange with the students from the Pavarotti Center. It was so much fun. There was lots of smiling and laughing. We got to do dances with the students. Each class did a different performance, and we got to perform for them as well, so it was a lot of fun. This trip has really taught me a lot, from things about Mayan culture to the way education works in another country. It was really nice to see the kinds of things that we could learn and bring to our classrooms in America to better our students as well. It was really nice to see that Mayan culture with El Corazón del Mundo Maya, which is the heart of the Mayan world. Every single day it became more and more apparent that that was true. So it was really interesting to see all the cultural aspects. Be sure to check out other Quinnipiac Day in the Life videos to experience Quinnipiac all for yourself. Go Bobcats!